Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel, welcome back to another video. Excuse the angle, but we are going to Gran Canaria tomorrow and we just thought that it would be fun to document the process and bring you along on another one of our travel videos. So hope you guys had an amazing Christmas and New Year. Sorry that we have been MIA, life is just busy as always, but we're back and hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. So we're actually going to Gran Canaria for Jack. So Jack, as you all know, is really into riding his bike, racing his bike, and last year was the first proper year that he had racing his bike, and he did his first training camp. I think it was in like February time. So he obviously went with his race team to, I think it was Spain, don't hold me to that, but he went on a training camp for a week and loved it. And it's they've got a training camp again this year, but it's not until March. So he said to me, either late November, December, I really want to do another training camp, maybe early January, to get some good miles in, get some good hours in the warmer weather. Do you want to come along? So we're off to Gran Canaria tomorrow morning, and he is just currently in the gym now packing his bike bag. So I'll take you there in a minute and show you, but I just thought that I would show you what I'm packing because it is ultimately a training camp for him. Temperature is going to be, I think, highs of up to 18 degrees, lows of like 10, so it's obviously quite chilly. However, compared to the UK right now, it is rather warm. And I don't know if you can tell in my voice, but I was actually really poorly over Christmas, and I still have a little bit of a cough and blocked nose and everything now, and Jack has got a little bit of a sore throat, so we're really hoping that he doesn't come down with anything. But yeah, I'm basically just going along for the ride. I'm being thrown in the deep end, don't really know what to expect, so I kind of need to just pack a variety of things. So I thought that it would be fun to show you what I am packing. So we've got his bike bag that he's taking with lots of his stuff in it, and then we've got one case, like a big case to go in the hold, and then he's got a carry-on case as well. So things I am taking, I've got in here a variety of sports stuff. So I'm basically taking 4 sets of training stuff, mixture of shorts and leggings, because again, I don't know what the temperature's going to be like in the morning. Oh, I think I've got toothpaste or something on my trousers, or maybe a bit of Barney from this morning. Anyway, I've got in here so I've got 3 nice tops, couple of cardigans, some daytime tops. I've then got jeans in this one. I've then got more gym stuff in here because it doesn't all fit in that other one. So these are like just throw over vests kind of thing. And then I've also got long sleeve tops as well because I just don't know what the weather's going to be like. Ideally would like to try and find a gym out there if possible. If not, I'm going to be doing some running and stuff like that. So Jack and I are actually going to be sharing this suitcase, but most of his stuff will hopefully go in the bike bag because I really don't know how we're going to fit everything in here. My clothes in here, like that. And then I'm also going to take a pair of sandals just in case it happens to be warm. And then in here, I need to put my running trainers. Jack's going to put his running trainers as well, or just some trainers, I think. And then I also need to pack either my Crocs or travel in my Crocs and pack another pair of shoes, like some other trainers to do general walking about, because I don't want to walk around in my running shoes because they're designed for running. So they're quite bouncy and stuff, and I just don't want to ruin them. So that's that. I need to do my toiletries. Probably will end up taking a little bit of sun cream just in case it happens to be high UV rays and obviously quite sunny. I feel like this is a sort of temperature that could really catch us out. So need to just go through our toiletry cupboard in a second and see what we need. I do need to pick up a couple of things from the shop later. So this is just kind of like last minute bits. Go to the shop tonight to just get everything else. And it should be relatively straightforward. So we're staying in an Airbnb apartment, I think, or just an apartment that Jack found on booking.com. It's got a bit of a terrace. Obviously, we'll do a room tour when we get there. Oh, I need to pack some books because obviously I'm going to spend a lot of my time on my own. Oh, my mum's calling. Hold that thought. I'll check in with you guys soon. So we've just arrived in Gran Canaria and just got the bike bag out. Jack's just out on our little terrace. Just quickly give you a room tour before it becomes a state. So in here is the toilet. In here is a shower. In here is the room. So we've got a little kitchenette, fridge, freezer, microwave TV. There's the bed, little breakfast bar, and then out to the main door where there is also like a little front terrace as well. So yeah. So we've just been to the shop. We'll update you on the bike situation in a second. So I just thought I'd show you what we got. So we got some mini cookies and some choco cups. That's for Jack. We got some bananas. We brought some Belvitas from home. Got a little bit of fruit in there. This fruit. We bought some pears, some appetizers. Jack got this with our lunch. He's got all his bike nutrition in various different places, to be honest with you. We got some pasta, I got some muesli, we got some like vegetable crisp kind of things, some sauce for our pasta. I bought this because I'm a hot chocolate gal and we forgot to bring the hot chocolate powder, so I'm going to trial that. It'll probably be horrible, but hey ho. And then in the fridge it's just stocked up, so I've got some eggs, some cookies, some mince, some ham, some asparagus, some Greek yogurt, some bread and burger buns. Jack got these chocolate rice cake kind of things, got some apple, salad, oranges, peppers, onion, milk, cheese down there. Bought some drinks, some mango juice, coke, some marge, some chocolate, and we bought a cucumber from home as well. So just to update you with the bike situation, in transit, a little bit of the brake pad holder has bent slightly, so it's got a bit of metal on metal rubbing sound going on. So what are you doing here, Jack? Tell us.
Well, I've just taken it off and had a little look. One of the brake pads will always be upside down because the printed side is the same, so
okay.
I don't know whether
that to me sounds a bit worse than it did before. So maybe you need to swap. Here he is, all ready to go on his 1 hour shakeout ride to see how the bike is. How are you feeling about that, Jackie?
Yeah, not too bad. Obviously it doesn't sound great with whatever is rubbing, but see how the actual bike feels.
4:36 it is, so it's quite late in the day.
See how we feel.
Yeah, see you in a bit then.
See you in a bit.
Okay, so it's the end of day one, and we just thought we would check in with you and let you know what we have been up to since we last saw you. So you would have seen that Jack came back partway through his shakeout ride because there was something wrong with the bike, which he can fill you in a second. Then after that, he came back. I watched a little bit of YouTube, then we went for a walk. We were deciding whether or not we were going to go out for dinner because we had a kebab for lunch today because we just wanted something quick and easy, and it was pretty ropey, so we've both been feeling a little bit ill.
Don't. little bit
if
of
it looks wrong, don't.
It's a tip. If you go somewhere and it looks rough and it's a kebab, don't get it.
Yeah, so we did that, and then we decided after our walk that we were going to go for dinner, so we went for a lovely Italian.
Recommended by our host lady.
Yeah, focaccia to share.
Which was basically like a tomatoey pizza.
Then I had lasagna, and you had...
I had basically another pizza.
Yeah, and then we got persuaded to have a dessert as well. So I had a tiramisu, but well, we shared it all.
Yeah.
And you had some sort of
It was called 3 cheesecake. It was kind of weird. It was almost a bit
like an eggy mousse.
Like eggy mousse cake, but also really nice paired with this like pineapple jam. It was my thing. I knew Corinne wouldn't like it, but it was really good.
Yeah, and then we've had a little bit of a challenging evening because the hot water hasn't been working. I had to wash my hair, and the hairdryer is broken, so look a little bit like Hagrid. Anyway, tell the people about your bike problems. There's not much battery.
So there's a reason you do a shakeout ride, and then you come back halfway to shake it out. No, so basically, after what happened last year, I took the rear mech off the bike.
Not that probably anybody knows what happened last year. So that's the bit.
Yeah. Anyway, I crashed last year, but I was told, oh, don't travel with your rear mech on because it can get bent in transit. So I took it off, didn't put it quite back on right. So partway through the ride, I was like, well, that sounds awful. Anyway, there's like a little clip that has to be put a certain way. Anyway, came back and sorted it, and it's fine. So in the long story short, in the last 24 hours, it's been a disaster. But I think now it's just a little bit of brake rub or something's rubbing somewhere.
Did you say though why yesterday because of the seat post? Have you told people?
No, I don't think so. Basically, my seat post is wedged. Like tried spraying WD, wheeling it. It's a carbon aero post, so I've got to be a little bit careful. So I had to take the saddle off, which is really annoying on this bike because A, I've got the position absolutely nailed, what I did have, and B, the mounting for this saddle is just a nightmare. It's really a pain in the backside having to take it off. So that was drama one. I then don't think I put my brake retaining clips in properly, so I think it was my fault, the reason the part of the brake got bent. Anyway, so I was basically having brake pads out today and trying to straighten this little bit of metal, but I haven't brought many tools. So I was trying to do it with bloody tweezers and use the leg of a chair. Anyway, basically, finally feel like, and on the second part of my shakeout ride, the bike is riding. You can't hear or really feel the issue. There probably is a slight bit of brake rub or something's rubbing somewhere. Because when you spin it, in the room slowly, you can hear it. But when riding, it's fine. So I'm going to just crack on with it for the week. As long as there's no major issues, I'll just get the job done and I'll get it into my mechanic when I get back. But yeah, note to self, bring more tools when you come without other bike people.
And that is the end of day one. And we're going to go to bed because it is 10:30, 25 to 11, and we're very tired because we were up at 3:15.
Ready to do it all again? No, tomorrow I'm actually going to go for a proper ride. I only really rode around local little rubbishy roads in this little kind of housing area. So we're going to go venturing a bit further tomorrow.
And I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll bring you along with whatever I do.
Do.
Yeah.
See you in a bit.
Good night. Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to make myself some breakfast. Here is my breakfast. So I just did 5 spoons of Greek yogurt, and then I just did a little bit of this granola muesli stuff, and I'm just going to go and eat it out on our little terrace. Just show you from the room. So it's a little bit of a sun trap. I've just got my laptop out there. I'm just watching Elle and Con's latest YouTube video, and then I'm just going to basically probably go for a bit of a wander about and see what is going on. So I've just put on a gym set. Jack, is that you? Oh, he is still out there. Goodness, scared the life out of me. I thought there was some stranger out there. And Jack's just going out 4 hours today he's got, so he'll be back 2:30, maybe a little bit longer than that. So we'll probably have lunch separately as well sometimes. Okay, so it is now 11:15, and I've watched quite a bit of YouTube on my laptop out on the terrace. It's really nice and warm and sunny, and I am just going to go out for bit of exploring, so I'm undecided if I'm going to run or if I'm just going to walk or do a bit of both, because I still got this chesty cough and I haven't actually drunk that much water this morning. And obviously our travel day was yesterday, so I feel like naturally you are always quite dehydrated from travelling anyway. Probably just making excuses, to be honest with you, but I just, obviously it's day one, we're here till Saturday, so I can kind of do a bit of both, a bit of everything over the next few days. But yeah, I haven't really made a decision as to what I'm going to do, but I'm going to head over towards Las Palmas, I think Jack said it was called, where there's a little bit more going on, and maybe go to like a little coffee shop or something like that. Obviously probably get like a water out or something, or maybe a juice, or who knows. It's a little bit unknown territory for me. This kind of thing usually like freaks me out, not knowing where I'm going. Obviously going places alone, but I'm just trying to take it in my stride and put my big girl pants on and just embrace it, make the most of it, and just kind of explore, to be honest, because it beats being at home in the cold this time of year. So obviously I'll be taking my phone and probably just make the bed quickly, just in case the lady comes in to spritz up the room. But yeah, so I will probably do some clips on my phone, maybe I won't, and I'll check in with you guys when I'm back.
How's my baby? Yeah. I'm just
This is quite possibly the freakiest thing ever. Literally all along this verge I was hearing things, and I assume they must be lizards or something, but they are like taking shelter under the path, so you can just hear them crawling about on the grass, and they're like sort of like a camouflaged colour, I guess, so they're quite hard to see, but they're literally freaking me out because I'm a little bit lost, to be honest with you. And I'm just heading towards IKEA because we drove past that last night. So I've walked 3.75k, and yeah, I'm a long way from home, to be honest, and I could really do with a drink. I'm feeling so dehydrated. I should have brought my water with me because I've decided to walk and not run today, just whilst I get my bearings with kind of like distances and where I am and stuff like that. But yeah, so there you can see the IKEA sign, and that wind turbine ahead we saw last night when we were out walking. So I just kind of need to just go that way. I don't know if I can get that way on foot this way. So there's lots of motorways and stuff. I definitely should have brought a drink because I'm so thirsty, and I probably should have sun creamed up as well because it's actually really quite hot. It's very deceptive. In the wind it's very cool and a bit chilly, but in the sun it is boiling. So I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to IKEA. It really depends what's the other side of that. I've had a bit of a sad time of events, so McDonald's coming through. I just got myself a peach iced tea and a water because I'm 5 and a bit K back from our apartment. A really sad thing, absolutely everywhere is shut. IKEA, the supermarket, everywhere is shut. So I had to go to McDonald's to get my drink because I'm quite far from our place now, and I kind of need to just take a bit of a perch and see if I can go on the maps and see where I need to go home, because basically I have to pay like £2 a day to use my phone, and I just don't really see the point when we've got Wi-Fi at the place. Obviously if I'm in like danger then I will, but I was just going to see if I could just load the maps and at least see roughly where I am. I pinned my location this morning so I knew how to get back to the place, but yeah, I just don't really want to just sort of chuck money down the drain. I know it's only £2, but the whole point of this trip is to obviously explore, adventure, and just be free from the world. So really unfortunately McDonald's didn't have any toilets and I could really do a wee. So obviously after drinking these liquids I'm really going to need a wee. TMI, sorry. But yeah, I'm just fixated on this wind turbine and the fact that we saw a wind turbine on our walk last night. but I'm very much aware that there could be more than one wind turbine, and therefore I do feel like we drove past IKEA on the left. It was on the left of us last night when we were going for dinner, so obviously if I carry on in that direction, I'm just going further and further away from where we're staying and closer to the airport. Okay, walking into this grass area is not a good idea because that's where all the lizards and stuff will be. So I'm basically probably just going to have to walk the same way back that I came, which, like I say, is like just over 5k. So would have done like 10, 11k of walking. Legs probably going to feel it tomorrow. But yeah, just thought I'd check in. I've got my drinks and I'm going to make my way back towards our place now, and then maybe I will have a little bit of lunch depending on how peckish I am when I get back. Let's just appreciate these blue skies. Look absolutely beautiful. Oh god, just tripped over. Yeah, just had a little look at the maps, and I am going to have to head back the exact way that I came pretty much. Obviously I'll see if I can take a few shortcuts, but something about me and my sense of direction, I have none, so wish me luck. Hi everybody, I made it back alive. It is 1:05 and I basically just kept checking the maps to see like the blue like thing, you know, that comes off to show you whether you're going the right way or not. And I knew that I was, because I just needed to basically head across. And I think had I carried on from where I saw you, I would have eventually made it back because it was that wind turbine. However, I just kind of went diagonal, and then I got back onto the path that is along the seafront, so I knew I was coming in the right direction. So yeah, like I said, it's like I just got back. I'm just going to have a few of these vegetable chips that we got yesterday and possibly make myself a sandwich. I'm not too sure. I've just got such a like pain across sort of like my nose, very nasally, and in my head. Obviously I don't know if it's a lack of fluids or just still this lingering cough, cold thing, whatever it is going on, but I feel a bit crappy to be honest with you. But yeah, so it was 8.65k in the end, and Jack is still out. I think he's got between like an hour and a half left, so he'll be back to 2:30 as we said this morning. So probably just going to have maybe a little bit of lunch and then maybe go and do some reading out on the terrace because it is a little sun trap. Or maybe just chill in here for a little bit out of the sun. I'm not really sure because obviously it's day one, don't want to overdo it. Battery's flashing red, so that's a sign for me to shut up. So I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Hi. Wow. The Wanderer has returned. Oh, it's so dark. He's just going to cook us some pasta for lunch. Although I've already had my sandwich, but I'm a little bit peckish still. And it's 20 to 3, so it's quite a long time till dinner. So he's just going to cook us some pasta. And we're probably going to eat it out on the terrace. And Jack can tell you all about his bike ride. So tonight we're eating in. We've got burgers with asparagus and maybe a little bit of salad on the side. We're not sure. We're going to see how big it is, and we're going to probably have some eggs with it as well, because why not? So we've got our onion, because we've got so much onion to use up, it's ridiculous. Cheese, burger buns, marge, chef's on the case. We had a bit of an afternoon siesta because we came across really tired after we had our lunch. Wasn't a very good siesta, to be honest with you, because it was quite noisy, and also, I don't know about you, but actually when we went to go to sleep, I wasn't actually that tired. But anyway, kind of caught the sun a little bit on my chest and also on my nose, so just need to make sure the next few days that I'm sun creaming up. And what else? We have just had to pop out to the shop to get some more water, because the water here isn't drinking water, state the obvious, but it's actually got a sign saying about not drinking, so we're not doing any of our cooking or any of our hot drinks, anything with the water from the tap, so we've used a bit more than we thought.
I know sometimes, you know, you think like boiling water generally sterilises it, but we've just thought, you know what,
for the sake of not getting ill, having any problems, especially after our roti kebab, we'll just use all the water from the bottles.
Yeah, so yeah, we're just going to cook up a little bit of dinner and then catch up on the traitors, and that's about it.
Good morning everyone, forgive the crazy hair. It is day 2, well day 3 if you count the travel day, but day 2 of our trip to Gran Canaria. I'm just sat having breakfast. Well, second part of my breakfast. I've been having an omelette on toast, ham, egg and onion, and then a bowl of cereal as well, just to make sure I'm ready for the day. So yesterday was good, first day out and about. Had 4 hours, just kind of used a route I found on Strava. Very climby, lots of hills as expected, but yeah, really good day. Had lots of fun. Didn't need to stop for any drinks or any food, so that was good. And then got similar today, 4 hours, but my coach wants me to actually have a bit of an effort up some of the climbs. So again, I'm just trying to find a route that has long enough climbs, because there's nothing worse than when you're trying to do efforts and then you reach the top before you're finished, you know, and then you're like going downhill when you're meant to be going uphill. So yeah, just sort of planning that. It is 10 to 9, so I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, which is good. I felt like I kind of set off yesterday a little bit too soon after breakfast, felt quite full for the first sort of half hour. So yeah, all good so far. I'm sure Corinne will keep you updated throughout the day, but yeah, plan to be out by sort of 10, maybe just before 10, and then back, you know, early mid-afternoon, so we've still got a nice afternoon, evening to do stuff that's not related to the bike. So yeah, catch you in a bit. In on day 2, and I just had a wheel spoke break, so going to ride slowly back to base and then make a plan of what to do. Good afternoon everyone. It is certainly not the day I planned for. As you can see, I'm in one bit, I'm okay, so nothing to worry about. Basically got 10 kilometers into my ride this morning, so it's a 4-hour ride, and had this ding ding ding, and I broke a front spoke on my wheels. So rang Corinne just to let her know. I was like, right, I'm coming back. So rode back carefully, slowly, because with a spoke missing, the wheel was wobbling quite a lot. So got back, then was like, right, okay, let's not worry. Went to Decathlon, but a little bit useless in there, because it's more of just a general shop. You know, I know they sell bikes, but it's not really specific. Anyway, went to this other shop just round the corner from where we're staying, and said, you know, I wasn't looking to get the spoke repaired. Like, I'm happy to sort the wheels when I get back. I was like, you know what, I just want to buy a set of wheels. So obviously found one of the guys that spoke English. Like, yeah, that's fine. It's a Trek shop, so they had some nice Bontrager wheels, which I now, well, I've got the front, so they fitted the front. And while they were doing that, there's a few other little issues with the bike. Some things were loose and making noise. Anyway, sorted that out, so the bike's in a better way than it was this morning. I've got a new front wheel, but they don't have the SRAM, the correct bit for the rear wheel. So I said, well, I want to buy a set. I don't want to just one wheel. So I've got my front wheel fitted now. We're waiting for the bit to come in on Wednesday. So it's Monday now, Wednesday. I'll then go back there Wednesday, get my new rear wheel. Then I've got a full new set. And then when I get home, I can get new discs, you know, brake disc, rotors, and some other bits. So then my other wheels become my spare wheels, because I actually believe the wheels I've bought are better than the wheels that come on the bike. Slightly shallower, a bit lighter. So yeah, lots of drama. I'm about to head out now. It's like I think it's 1:30. So I'm going to still head out for sort of like 3 hours-ish. Lovely day out there, sort of 20, 22 degrees. Obviously a lot of drama, but at the end of the day, like I said to Corinne, you know, these things happen, could be way worse, and clearly for whatever reason I wasn't meant to ride where I was going to at that time. So see the bigger picture. Few quid lighter in the wallet, but all is good, and I'm going to be travelling home on the next weekend with an extra set of bike wheels. So how do you feel about that?
Great, and yes, I am wearing the same top as yesterday. Mind your own business. That's what I say.
Yeah. So I'm going to get kitted up and head back out, take 2. Yeah,
all is good. It was a really good, really nice bike shop. So yeah, really helpful guys. So I'll catch you in a bit. So out for 5 hours today, 4 hours 15 in. I'm just about to do a bit more descending, so see you in a bit.
Corinne here. I did actually film audio on this clip, but unfortunately it's really, really windy, so you can barely hear me. So I was just showing you and telling you how hilly it is where we're staying, and I think that this is common for Gran Canaria in general. But basically, pretty much wherever you go, there's just hills, and for running, for me, that is not the best. So I did a lot of walking, and I was just talking you through how I was walking along the coast, and the wind was really, really strong, but the sky was beautiful and blue, and I clocked just over 5k. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day. It is 25 to 11, and I am just about to have my breakfast, my Greek yogurt and my granola. I need to put some eye drops in because my eyes are so incredibly dry and a little bit sore. But anyway, so Jack has gone out. He went out at about just before 10 o'clock, something like that. He's got 5 hours today, so he'll be back around 3-ish. So this is the longest day so far of his training, so obviously the longest day for me to just chill and whatever. So I've just done some washing. I just did some hand washing because there was some washing detergent at our place, and stupidly I bought quite a lot of whites but not enough to do like a full load of washing, and we were going to do a dark wash tomorrow, but in all honesty I've just washed like our socks and stuff like that by hand, and they're just out on the terrace to dry because it's really, really sunny. And obviously mainly what we've bought is sports stuff, and I never pass sports stuff in the tumble dry. So yeah, I've had a bit of a productive morning. So that's all out drying. I'm going to have my breakfast. I'm going to go sit on the terrace. I've actually got a bikini top on, and I've put a little bit of sun cream on because I'm going to try and sit out and get a little bit of a tan. It's only like 15-16 degrees, but it's so warm out there. Like I said earlier in the week, it's like a little sun trap. So I don't really know what I'm going to do today because obviously I went for my run. Actually, did I even tell you about that? Probably not. I went for a run yesterday afternoon when we got back after I had my lunch. About half an hour after that, went for a run. Only managed 3.2k in the end because I just had such a bad stitch, and I'm just so unfit. Where I was ill over Christmas and we've had quite a lot going on, I haven't been keeping up with my regular like gym routine, so I'm really unfit. So anyway, managed to do 3.2k, and then I walked 3.2k as well. So I'm probably not going to run today, or if I do it'll be a little bit later on. I definitely want to go for a walk. We went out for sushi last night for dinner, and then we went to Burger King and got an ice cream, but I was literally so full that I had about like 3 or 4 mouthfuls of mine and then gave it to Jack. He's had his omelette this morning, and yeah, I might do a little bit of reading out on the terrace today because I've been having a lot of screen time, which is obviously not good for the eyes either. So yeah, I might do a little bit of reading because I bought 2.5, I bought 2 full books and then I'm partway through one, so I've got 2.5 books to read this trip, and I'm not really making much progress. I also bought my word search and my Sudoku book as well, so I might just do a little bit of that today, and then like I say, maybe have a bit of a wander about later on. It's really tricky because where we're staying is like the top of loads of hills, and for me with like my running, I really don't like hills. I am a bit of a flat terrain person, but not even that. It's just like to kind of get anywhere, it's just hills. So in that sense, it's a little bit of a crappy location, but I might actually head towards like the main town where we went day one today on my walk, because I can go down this really big hill and then there's just loads of paths, which is the good thing about staying here. There's loads and loads of paths for pedestrians, so that's really good, because obviously I don't really want to be walking down the side of like motorways and stuff. But Jack's just texted me, the route that he's picked on Strava has taken him like on a mountain bike trail or something, so he's having to turn around because obviously he's on his road bike. So yeah, we'll have to catch up with him later and see what went on there and how he's feeling. But yes, I'm just going to go out on the terrace, have my breakfast and have a bit of a chill as per every single day. So it is now Tuesday, tomorrow's Wednesday, where we've got to go back to the bike shop to get the rear wheel for Jack's matching set, and we need to try and source some wheel travel bag things as well, because obviously in his bike bag he's only got the 2 that his bike came with. We weren't accounting to have to buy a new set of wheels, so to stop them getting damaged, obviously we need to see if we can source a couple of bags, or if not some bubble wrap or something like that, just to try and protect them in transit on the way home. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now and go have my breakfast.
So just out for a recovery ride in my new stolen goat kit. Very windy today, just a couple of hours, but still absolutely loving it out here.
I obviously don't have as much springiness in the thingies. No. What? It's working. Dinner tonight is a little homemade pasta sauce. Jack's just got some bread and butter, and I've just got this little protein milkshake thing, and Jack's got a Fanta lemon. Hello team, excuse my hair. I've just been out for a walk, so I've just been out for 5.2k walk. I'm not sure why my voice sounds like this, but it's very, very windy up there. It's a bit cooler, it's warming up now. It is, let me just check my watch, 1:10 and Jack has got 5 hours today. He set off at about 9 o'clock, 9:10, something like that, so he'll be back just after 2 o'clock, maybe 2:30 today. So I just thought that I would catch up with you, let you know what we've been up to and tell you what I'm going to do, because it's not actually very exciting. Yesterday Jack had 2 hours to do on his bike, so at like midday we had some lunch here. We just had our usual omelette, and then we went to the bike shop and Jack got his other wheel, because I don't know if we mentioned, but they only had one in stock the other day, so we had to go and collect the other one, so it was a matching set, whatever. So we did that, and then we went and played paddle for a little bit. There was a local paddle place just down the road, but it wasn't really what we thought paddle was. We don't think that it was actual sort of paddle that you're seeing trending at the moment, but anyway, it was nice to sort of do something different anyway, so we did that. Came back here, sat outside on the terrace for a little bit, played some cards. Then we came in and we finished the series Runaway on Netflix, which we started when we got here, and we've been kind of binge watching it and staying up really late. So we finished it yesterday afternoon, and I actually felt really unwell yesterday and the night before. We went out for a steak, and it was one of those places where all the meat is like displayed in front of you, and obviously steak and anything kind of like that, I suppose, like burgers, etc. When you go abroad, obviously they ask you how you want it cooked, or they should, or we would maybe expect them to, and this place did, but we weren't convinced that they understood what we actually meant. So yeah, I was a little bit apprehensive about how it was going to come out, and they gave us some bread and some garlic butter, some oil and some salt to start. And I don't know if it was maybe the garlic butter was a little bit rich, or it was the way that they'd actually cooked the meat and therefore it was quite rare for me, and it was just the taste, or what. But literally after a couple of mouthfuls of the steak, I felt so ill that I had to go to the toilet and was reaching to be sick. So not ideal. So I spent all of yesterday feeling pretty unwell still. So I don't know whether it was obviously the food or being out in the sun, or a combination of kind of it all, or I've been having Greek yogurt every day, and it's really rich and creamy compared to Greek yogurt back home, and I have been suffering on and off with a little bit of acid reflux, and I don't know if maybe the rich food is just not agreeing with me or what, but yeah, I felt really sick all of yesterday. So we decided to eat in yesterday, and I took a little clip of our dinner. So we had homemade pasta sauce that we made here, which was nice. And I think we've decided that we're going to eat in for the next 2 nights, because being in Spain, places don't really open till like 8, and that's quite late for me. And the other problem with the other night was we didn't actually eat until 9:15, so that's obviously really late. And then when you want to go to bed, the food kind of just sits there, and obviously it affects the way you sleep, etc, etc, and it's like an hour, 2 hours later than we would eat back home. So you get to like 6, half 6, and you're just picking and snacking, and then when it comes to dinner time, you're not actually hungry, so you're not actually eating anything nutritious. And obviously for Jack, he's out here training, so therefore he needs to eat the good stuff. So anywho, I think we're going to pop out to the shop this afternoon and just grab some bits for dinner today and tomorrow. We bought some pasta the other day, and we got quite a lot of that left, so it seems like all we've done is eat pasta, but to be honest with you, I don't think you can go wrong. It's a good source of carbs, but we don't really want to go home with too much stuff, so we're probably going to just try and buy maybe some chicken, maybe some veg, and knock up another pasta concoction. We're not really sure. We need to go and sort of scout out the shop, see what they've got, but yeah, we're going to eat dinner in the next 2 nights, and then on our final night, Saturday, we're going to go for like a late lunch, probably the place where we went on day 1, because that was really cheap and the food was unreal, and then that way obviously we can have like a bit of a stock up before our flight home, because I think we're flying home at like 7:30. Anyway, that's kind of like food. And what I've just been doing the last few days is I've just been watching YouTube, reading a book, doing word searches, obviously waiting for Jack, and then going out and about with Jack, going for walks. So I've just been for my walk today. I try and do between 5, sorry my armpits are hairy, between 5 and 6k of walking, and every other day I've been going for a run. So I've only been managing to run 3.2k, and then I've been following that with a 3.2k walk, so that I'm getting like between 5 and 6k of something a day. But me and Jack will probably go for a walk again like we did last night just before dinner. That was really nice, and it obviously like stays quite warm still. So yeah, I'm just gonna go sit out on the terrace now, start a new book, maybe do some more word searches. Just poured myself a glass of Coke because it, like I say, it's like 1:20, and my meal times have all been kind of thrown out this trip, because obviously I'm not really doing an awful lot. I'm not getting as hungry as I usually would back home, but I am also kind of snacking a little bit, so I'm not hungry at all. But I'll probably have some fruit, and maybe we've got a little bit of leftover pasta from last night, maybe have a little bit of that and let Jack have the rest for lunch. Not sure, to be honest, but yeah, just thought I'd check in, catch you up, and we will see you guys in a bit.
Another day, another new kit. 5 hours on the cars today. Planned a new route, so some new roads. All good so far, a bit backloaded with the climbing, so it's going to be a tough day.
Dinner tonight is a sort of carbonara but not. It's a cheesy pasta sauce, pasta, onion and some lardons, and then we've just got this chicken Caesar salad to have on the side as well, and we have batch cooked it so that this will be dinner as well tomorrow night, which is our final night eating here, and then we will eat out the rest of the night as I explained earlier. So there's Jack's. Lovely.
But also probably...
So been out this morning. I walked 6 and a bit K down to the town to get some bubble wrap. Unfortunately they only did it in 10 metres by 1 metre, so we're probably going to have a lot of surplus, and also got some sellotape because we need to bring Jack's wheels home. Obviously his new and his old wheels, and we're not sure at this precise moment in time whether or not they're going to fit in the bike bag. But either way they need to be protected, and we went to Decathlon last night to try and get some more travel bike bag things for the wheels, but they only had 1 and he needed 2, so either way, whether they transport back in the bike bag or separately, they need to be protected. So I picked up that bubble wrap and we will just wrap them round and round and round, maybe put some protection around the bike frame as well. And I just thought I'd save us a job, to be honest, because we were supposed to get it yesterday but we completely forgot, and then I was like, well, I want to go for my walk anyway, so walked to the town and try to find bubble wrap and explain to people what bubble wrap is when you've not got any data on your phone and they don't really understand what you're on about. It's pretty tough, but I found it, so I'm really pleased with myself because I feel like Jack is someone, and he probably, hopefully he won't mind me saying this, but Jack is someone who, if he can't find something, he won't ask anyone and he'll just leave the shop. And I'm kind of like that here because they obviously don't really understand what we're on about, but I am a bit of a perseverer that if I want to find something, I need to find something, I will find it. So pretty pleased that I managed to get that. So it's so hot now. I've been out in a t-shirt. I've just changed to one of my sports bra for the moment because I'm literally sweating. It is 7 minutes past 12. Jack should be back soon. Let's check, see where he is. And then the rest of the day is ours, and tomorrow he is completely off the bike. So really looking forward to the rest of today and tomorrow, so we can actually do a bit of exploring, do some touristy things. Need to actually have a little look because there was a couple of things that I saw that I like the look of, but I haven't really actually looked into them properly. So need to do that this afternoon, and then this evening / later this afternoon it will be all about packing the bike away, dismantling the bike. I've already done all of our packing in terms of, we've got Jack's carry-on cases, all of our dirty washing, and my big case that will go in the hold with all the clean washing, and obviously all the toiletries and all the stuff like that. We've done pretty well in getting through all of our food shop. We've just got some cereal left over, which I'm sure Jack will probably have some today. If not, maybe I'll have some for lunch, not sure. We've got the same dinner tonight that we had last night because we basically just cooked the rest of our pasta, cooked all the ingredients that we had left, made the salad, and then it made 4 portions, so that's for tonight. We've just got 4 ice creams left, so we'll probably have 1 today and obviously 1 tomorrow. And we're going to have some oranges to take home because I haven't been having them this week because I just haven't been hungry, to be honest, and I've just not really been focusing on getting the fruit in. So yeah, hopefully we shouldn't have too much to bring home, which would be good. But yeah, I've just spent this morning doing a little bit of packing up, bagging up all of our rubbish, and hopefully we can have a nice last day and a half. So we're just in Barraco de la Vasquez, was that it?
I think so.